Good morning and happy Thursday. All right, so I have a fake smile on my face because I'm really not feeling it today. I'm really feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes I feel like the earlier I get up, the worse it is. I don't know, maybe, I get up early, so I think I have all this time, and then before I know it, I'm running around with like a chicken and her head cut off, but I think it's more than that. So I'm feeling overwhelmed with school in the summer classes. It's 5 weeks. They're really intense. They go fast. And I don't know, I feel like I usually do better with this, but recently I haven't. And sometimes, I've mentioned before, I'm a very, very good planner. Like I plan, I have all my calendars and charts and all this stuff going on. And sometimes it looks really good on paper, but when you try to practice it, I just keep altering and fixing and, editing and I can't seem to be able to fit everything I need to do in the time that I have to do it, and so I'm feeling overwhelmed. I mean, this morning I woke up early and I was working on some classwork after last night of doing 4 hours of it, and I just feel like I'm all this time and I feel like I'm not I'm struggling to maintain a B. I almost just hit a squirrel. I'm struggling to maintain a B, and usually I work hard and I usually am able to get an A. But this, I don't know. And then, I'm on a dating app, a dating website, and my ex came up as a match, and I feel like lately I've been seeing his face everywhere, and I'm struggling because, just when I feel like a wound has been healed, it's reopened again. And listening to Jay Shetty's, what is it, Live Like a Monk or something like that. And one of the things he talks about, and this I already know, but it's a refresher, that, until we actually heal from something, until we actually consciously, close that door, it's gonna keep resurfacing. And so I'm thinking now to myself, well, maybe I haven't really healed. Maybe I haven't actually closed that door yet because it's still bothering me. Or this could be true also, is, grieving, the grieving process, and I've talked about that before on my videos. It's not necessarily like a straight line. It's not like you go through these phases and then you complete, and you're done grieving. Grieving can be a cyclical. It can, come at you at waves. It can, you feel like you've dealt with it. You feel like you've recovered, and then one day something reminds you, like with my mom, it's the same way. Some days I feel like, I've not that I got over her death. I don't think you ever will. Obviously you don't, but some days I feel like, yeah, it's part of life and I accept it. And other days I break down and cry and I miss her, and I do equate to a breakup, not comparing it to the death of my mom, but equating it to a grieving process when you lose somebody that you love, because it is a loss, and it's the same thing with addiction. when we give up our substances that we've been, that have been our best friend, have been our coping skills for so long, we go through a grieving process. We miss the feelings, we miss the whole, sometimes I miss the whole thing of the whole process of it, right? Cigarette smoking, I miss the whole process of it, of going out with my friends on smoke breaks and chit-chatting and having a cup of coffee and taking some deep breaths and smoking in that nicotine. So I realize all this is normal, but I feel like also it's coming at me all at once with school and with and I think that's what happens, right? When we're vulnerable, that's when these feelings affect us the most, right? We get hit because we're not feeling as strong. And then I've got like my inner critic telling me, you took on more than you can chew. You can't do this. You are an imposter. You're not really a good student. You're not an A student. Like, I'm reading some of these articles and they're going like way over my head. I'm like, I don't even understanding what I'm reading, and I'm reading it and rereading it, and so the inner critic is like, yeah, you've been kind of like fudging your way through school. You're like, you really don't know anything. It bothers me. And I've been trying to eat healthy, and I'm still staying away for the most part for gluten and wheat and all that stuff. And recently I started with the intermediate fasting, where I fast for 14 hours. So I have my last meal at like 6, and then I don't eat until 9 the next day. And I've been doing that for about a week now. It's been a week. And I feel bloated, and I don't feel like it's helping with weight loss or, that extra fat. Because, like, I don't feel like I'm fat, but I have some fat spots on my body that I can't really get to with exercise. I feel like it's, the muffin top and whatnot. I've tried a lot of different things, and I thought maybe this would help, but at first I lost a pound, right? The first 3 or 4 days I lost a pound. I was like, oh, this is great. Not only have I gained the pound back, but I haven't lost anything. I haven't really gained any more than that, which is good, but I haven't lost anything. And it's really, really hard for me not to eat in the morning, like that, those first few hours, because I wake up so early that I feel like it's, several hours before I get to eat, and it's, and then I feel like I'm eating. Fast has ended, Doreen. Okay, let's get it all in. And so I don't know, like I'm going on and on and on about all this stuff because I'm, if you could identify, if you can relate, I'm sure most of you can. One of the things that I did do for myself this morning when I took my shower is, because I feel this overwhelm, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna like do this mindfulness shower, and listening to the water hit my body, feel the water hit my body, hear the water hitting the floor, the tub, the smell, the sense of the shampoo, and my soap doesn't really have a scent, but the shampoo and whatnot, and then just enjoying the feeling. And then when I was done washing myself up, I put it on cold, and for a few seconds I just kind of like rinsed all myself off with the cold water, and that really felt good, to kind of like snap myself out of it. And then of course I got a sarcastic comment from one of my friends on Facebook, and I'm like, you know what, I don't need to respond to this. I really don't need this. I wanted to respond something sarcastic back, right? That was my first inclination, but I'm like, you know what, it's not. This person doesn't realize that what I'm going through right now, and I'm sure they didn't mean for it to be mean. They were just trying to be funny in a little bit of a spiteful way, but whatever. You know, I can't take it personally, and I just need to look at maybe chunking some stuff down so I'm not so overwhelmed, getting some extra mindfulness activities today, reminding myself that I am smart, that you know, I am a good student, that I try really hard, and the fact that I am stressing out a little bit about it, the fact that I care is a good thing, right? It's good that I care that I get good grades. It's good that I care that I'm putting in the work, right? I'm not just fluffing it off or saying screw it. And I'm just going to do the best I can. And if I get a C, and that's the best I can, that's okay. It's okay. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text. And follow me if you like my videos. Just hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever. And live your life enthusiastically, because there really isn't any other way. Until next time, guys. Peace.